take a while. Okay. We will get to. Yeah, let me get to. Let me talk about this on the board actually.
Where's first period right now, if you don't mind me asking?
First period is where they stop.
Yeah, like after today.
Today we did not do the revolts yet, but that takes 5 seconds. So yours is like you're getting to meet about 15 minutes ahead of them. What ends up happening is because the camera's on, I tend to go faster, right? I actually tell less stories.
Maybe it's not more professional.
Yeah, in case someone's listening at home.
Like right
When
now.
you tell
this is
stories, you
really-
like turn that off real quick.
Right, I haven't done that as much, right? I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. So let's say this is 1860, right? And again, this is essentially the Civil Wars, where Lincoln is elected, the Civil War becomes apparent by the end of 1960, right? And we'll call this the Second Great Awakening, right? And then we'll call this pre. Okay, and this is going to be our abolition / anti-slavery sentiments. All right? Up to the Second Great Awakening, if you didn't like slavery, you thought that America should, most people thought, send back to Africa. In fact, even Lincoln, it was called the American Colonization Society. The American Colonization Society. Or was it African Colonization? I think it was American. There was a country in Africa that was literally for doing this. What was it? Liberia. And the capital is Monrovia, right after President Monroe. But then as the Second Great Awakening starts happening, now it becomes a moral evil, right? It becomes a moral evil. And the question is, two questions. One is the extension into new territories. When the Mexican War happens and we get all this new land, the big question is how much is going to be slave, how much is not. Are we going to extend slavery? Because it's evil now. So the North is going sort of from slavery's bad, but it's not like blacks are equal, then it's all of a sudden it's a great moral evil, it's this horrible thing we have to eradicate, right? Now, and there were some in the North who did start to see African Americans and whites as equal, as social equals. But most Northerners, even if they were against slavery, didn't think whites and blacks were equal. Okay? This is North. South, we have, so this is North, and then here's South. They're thinking, all right, slavery is a necessary evil. Yeah, it's bad, but it's kind of what we got, right, to perpetuate our economic existence. But the Second Great Awakening comes around, and now they're being called morally evil, and now there's going to become what's called paternalistic. 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 What does paternalistic mean?
Something like your father.
That they're morally evil.
No, paternalistic means it's actually good for slaves. Slavery is good for them. If it wasn't for paternalistic means like it's a fatherly thing. The paternalistic argument was that the South loved their slaves. They felt a paternalistic parent type of relationship. They loved them. And it was better for them to be slaves than not slaves because they were so well cared for in the South, right? We cared for them when they were sick. We cared for them when they were old. This is when the wage slave argument comes up against the North again, right? You didn't take care of your people in the North. At least we take care of their slaves. So when they started being called morally evil, then the South started looking at slavery as a paternalistic type of thing. It's reactionary. Does that make sense? The South begins to react. The South has been politically reactionary for a long, long time. Racist organizations like the Klan or neo-Nazis are a reactionary group. They happen as a reaction to something that's happening somewhere else. lessons on this.
Question answer.
Do what? Is my question dance? Hold on, camera. Well, on the bright side, most of these videos are seen by like 4 people. So,
I don't know, you have
right, and 2 of them are me.
I don't know, you have like 15,000 subscribers from Asia.
Yeah, but that's all econ. Now the econ videos have a lot. The U.S. history videos do not.
You need to remix one of these sometimes. Just show Slayer dances over and over again.
I mean, because those videos are like, how do you do this? These are videos that essentially are, eventually I'll get enough videos, so I'll have all of APUS, and I can just get old and, you know, I'll just one day be like, I'm not teaching today, play, and you know, Corey 2013 will teach APUS 2022 or something like
They'd be
that.
like, who's
I don't know.
eating?
Old grumpy Slayer. That'd be an interesting sight.
It'd be worse than
Old
this.
grumpy.
See, I think that they should pay me extra. Can you stop it? They should. I can teach